Millipede is the sequel to Centipede. Two creatures are never found particularly attractive, though I'm sure they have their fans. I played both games in the arcades, badly, partly because I was not into the mood to look at bags, but mostly because I sucked so much at them. You have the Atari logo, aka Fuji, as your bag craft, shooting down incoming bags, while you can move around at the bottom of the screen avoiding enemies. Some of the enemies, when destroyed, leave behind mushrooms, which are obstacles for you and the enemies. They can be cleared out, but that takes time which you might not have. There's no time limit in the game, but there are times many enemies which will get you if you let them stay alive for long. You get an extra life quite often depending on your score, and you are going to need them. The Atari ST version of Millipede is a very good game on its own if you are looking to play Millipede. I'm not an expert at this game, but on the surface it feels like it is quite faithful to the arcade original. Similar to Battlezone, which I looked at in my previous video, this port was made by Andromeda Software, one of the best developers of its time. For better or worse, you can feel the quality of work in trying to replicate the arcade original. If you hate the arcade game, you are going to hate this. Or are you? I don't know if it is just this particular copy I tried, or if this is the port in general, but the game allows you to continue playing from a previous reached score level, aka level. The last top score you reached. So in theory, after the game over screen, you can play again till you get better. Infinite continues. This is night and day to the arcade, where I will need a small fortune to play a few minutes of it. The graphics are the same, with variations that don't really matter that much. For example, the biggest of which is the aspect ratio, which is less portrait and more landscape, which really doesn't affect gameplay enough. The animation is smooth for the most part, though some of the bags which appear in waves can change direction so fast that it almost looks like they are skipping frames. Not a fan. To be fair to this port, the arcade original is similar in this way too. The sound is basic, as was the original, but at no point it feels out of place. The controls are actually very good. If my memory serves me right, the arcade had you playing it with a trackball. For whatever reason, this port doesn't let you play it with a mouse, but instead you need to use a joystick. Still, the controls are accurate and without any issues, which surprised me a bit. Then again, I have experienced ST games which worked great without an analog controller of the arcade original, like Arcanoid. Not that you couldn't play Arcanoid with a mouse if you wanted to. The game is hard, but with the infinite continues it is playable for a long time, till of course you reach a part where you just accept you'll never manage to pass it as you suck. I enjoyed this game more than I did back in the 80s, and I'm glad I gave it another shot in 2024. Another great job from Andromeda. They are still trying to redeem themselves in my eyes after the Tetris job. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great gaming weekend. Please like and perhaps subscribe to this channel. You can also donate with the Ko-fi link below to help the channel. Stay safe, everybody.